All right, listen up if you fly. Air travelers may soon see less restrictive rules when passing through TSA security checkpoints. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the 3.4-ounce limit for carry-on liquids may change. She says enhanced screening procedures would allow the change without compromising security.
So that may be the next big announcement, is what size your liquids need to be. We're looking at, our scanners. What we have put in place in TSA, a multi-layered screening process that allows us to change some of how we do security and screening. So it still is safe. It is still a process that is protecting people who are traveling on our airlines. But it has to make sense. It has to actually do something to make you safer.
A week ago, Noem announced travelers were no longer required to take their shoes off at TSA checkpoints. She did not give any specifics yet on what the new limit for the carry-on liquids would be. With us now, travel safety expert Kevin Coffey. Thanks for being here. I just went through the airport. It was quicker without having to take off the shoes or take out the electronics. How are things going through security checkpoints now? And is it unified? Is it happening everywhere?
Well, especially here in the United States, it's slowly being rolled out, right? There's different airports that have put it in right away. Others will be rolled in over time. And again, when you take a look at outside of the United States, that's a whole different conversation, right? And that's where this is coming in now, since she made this announcement yesterday. It'll be interesting to see when this actually folds out. I think it's going to be a little bit of time. I could be wrong. This is all up in the air right now. But I think it all is going to have to do with the technology that she alluded to, if they're going to be able to provide that level of security and safety for us going through with the liquid change.
I mean, we've gotten used to it, right? So, I mean, it's just something you expect when you travel. But when did the shoes off and the limited liquids start? What were some of the reasons, safety concerns around those changes?
Well, I think most of us, if we've got a few years on us, know that this all came back when they had Robert Reed, the shoe bomber that came in from Europe on the American Airlines flight, right? So that kind of put that in place. And back in 2006 is when they started to put these processes in place. And with that, it rolled out across the world, right? And I think that's going to be an interesting, conversation for this, is that, yes, if the United States changes this requirement on the 311 rule, right, for the ounces, 3.4 ounces, you'll be able to carry more if that's in fact what's going to happen. What is the rest of the world going to follow? And I think this really has to do a lot with the convergence of technology, with all of these countries getting together to say, are we all satisfied to have a unified front on how we're going to address the security of the number of ounces in airports for carry-on throughout the world?
I mean, the question, Kevin, really just becomes, what are the risks with what people are bringing through airport security? I mean, is my toothpaste bottle or your shampoo bottle really going to put people at risk? But what are the things they're confiscating at TSA that are slowing down the lines and also putting air travelers in danger?
Well, again, it's going to come right up to that 3.4 ounces, right, for the U.S. Anything more than that is what they're doing. I have to admit, my own wife has had to dispose of some makeup and facial products that she forgot to take out of her carry-on luggage. That's happened there. We know that there are some allowances that can happen for a certain type of medical products that you're taking, and baby formula and different things. But anything over 3.4 ounces, that's not inside that quart bag. But even those sometimes are not enforced 100%, right? I've seen that myself going through a few times. And that's why I think they're probably looking at this, what she's brought up. She's trying to respond back to what she's hearing from the public, hence the change in the shoes. But I'm going to go back to wait to see what the true experts have to say about this, because there's not everything that I've read so far up into this date, there's not that technology that can scan for liquids for explosives yet. I know they're working on this with the TSA rollout for the CT scanners, but I think there's still some conversations they need to have about this, not just with us, but with countries, advanced countries in the UK, to try to have the same unified conversation about this, if it should be changed.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.